Alright, I'm going to try and do some sort of video showing like my gear and whatever I use. It's nothing very extravagant whatsoever, but I'll do my best to just go through it. I'll start with the guitars. I got my little 5 guitar rack here, which I got somewhat recently. The first guitar on here is my Les Paul. You've seen it a number of times. It's a Gibson Les Paul Classic, and they don't actually make these guitars anymore, which is really a shame because I've always thought that these ones have had more bite and just like more crunch than say like a Les Paul Standard. And I don't know, like I've just always loved it. I mean, I had one previously and I always ended up wanting another one, so I got another one as fast as I could for that. The SG here is my baby, my new baby. It's a 2010. I just bought it new a couple months ago. It's probably my favorite for sound. It's just got a really bright crunch to it, and it just sounds really awesome. The third one is my Fender. As I was talking to other people on another video of mine when I was playing this, I actually have to fix the neck pickup because I think if you even notice, like it can like go inside and it's just, yeah, it's just fucking broken because the guy that modded this guitar didn't do a very good job. I just bought it used off eBay. It was a really good deal, so I'm not really mad that the neck pickup doesn't work. I mean, I don't really use it that much anyway, but for those who want to know, it's not like I just specifically bought a reverse headstock for it. It came like that. It's a reissue of a Jimi Hendrix guitar. So the only difference that was really changed is like the hardware. It would have came with like a black pick or a white pick guard and like white 3 single coils. So he ended up putting Seymour Duncans in there. I don't know exactly which kinds, but regardless, I need to do a little work on that guitar to make it a little better. This is my my bass. It's just a Mexican-made Fender Jazz bass. I spray painted the pick guard. It's not like I just spray painted. I did a pretty good job with it, so it's not like it's gonna chip or anything like that. I ended up buying it used. I got a really good deal on it a couple years ago. Nothing really special about that. I don't really play it that much. This is my acoustic guitar. The big difference between this guitar and my Ovation that I used to have is this one, it's easier to play. I mean, like my Ovation was just a big guitar. It was just a very a hard one on your fingers, and like after you're done playing it, your hands just hurt. And so I wanted to get like a smaller, easier to play acoustic guitar, and this one is an Ibanez. It's an A200E model, whatever the hell that means. But it does play really nice. I love how bright the guitar sounds, and I haven't had any problems with it yet. Alright, this is my bass amp. It's just a small little amp that I just use for messing around with. It's an Ibanez, like you can see, and I believe it's a 30 watt. I don't really remember exactly the model. I get a lot of compliments on my bass sound. I've had this for probably a year and a half to 2 years now. It's a PV Valve King. It's got really great distortion in it. I don't, contrary to popular belief, I do not use any distortion pedals or overdrive pedals at all. All my distortion comes straight from the amp, and I don't know, I've never really believed in using distortion pedals. It's 100 watts. It's a tube amp. I don't really know much else about it, other than the fact that it sounds awesome. but as you'll notice, like I don't really use them that much during videos. I mean, like this one's a tuner. It's just pretty obvious what that does. You just tune your guitar with it. This is a MXR Phase 90. It's got a really good phase sound to it. Obviously, yeah. I have some videos up, I believe, that have I just used like the Phase 90 with, just did like a little solo with it, so you can check that out. This is a Visual Sound H2O chorus and echo pedal. This is probably my favorite one. I did like a lot of the Angels and Airwaves stuff with it, because it's got like just a fine knob here. Like you don't have like set positions to that you have to choose from, so it's really nice in that aspect. I got this Digitech Turbo Flange. That one, it's pretty similar to the Phase, but a little different. It's got a couple different modes on it that sound really cool, but I don't really get around to using it that much. I got an acoustic simulator, which I haven't really dabbled with too much yet. I just bought it because I know I'll end up using it sometime. That was before I ended up getting the new acoustic anyway. And then I just had this noise suppressor by Boss, and it's probably the most important pedal that I have, because if I'm playing a video, all you're gonna hear is just buzzing and unwanted noise if you don't have one of those, so it's really nice to have. And here I just got some picks. I only use one kind of pick. It's the Tortex green. I believe it's 88. Yeah, it's .88 millimeters. Not too thick, not too thin, so I really like it. What else? I've had previous amps, previous guitars. I mean, this is all I really use in my videos now. I do have other amps that I have just like out in the other room that I'm just leaving out there just in case, say, like my PV here ends up shit in the bed or something. I don't know, but it's always nice to have a couple backups. And that was my Randall I used to have for a lot of my older videos. I also had a Mesa Boogie in some of my really old videos, which I don't have anymore, but that was a nice amp too. I think that's just about it. I use Ernie Ball, usually skinny top, heavy bottom strings. Sometimes I'll go with like a regular slinky. Bass strings, I don't really care. I'll use anything. Or the acoustic, I'll use pretty much anything as long as it's cheap. I don't know. There's not much else besides that. I mean, when I'm playing like to music, I usually just got like my iTunes open, or just stuff like that. So besides that, I think there's really nothing else that I got except for like my recording stuff. But even then, like, I'm never really satisfied with the way my my recording sounds, and I'm looking for a new type of program that I can use. I was looking at some things, but it's expensive, and I don't know, I just got to figure out what's going to work for me, because I never really liked the sound I was getting out of my Little Chaos songs. Like, I like my playing and stuff like that, but it just doesn't sound real enough, especially the drums, and I'm sure some of you will agree with that. So I can make a brief video on how I record my stuff and what I used to record with if you want. Just put something in the comments, I guess, but I don't know, even I'm not really satisfied with how I'm recording everything, but I don't know. That's pretty much all I got, so enjoy.